Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my 1971 MG Midget. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. I really hope you enjoy it. And if you like this kind of content with my own cars, a Ferrari 360, a Mercedes AMG C63, and this beautiful MG Midget, it'd be great to have you as a subscriber. So for those of you who have been with the channel for a while will know that I picked this beautiful, cute little 1971 MG Midget. I picked it up in May of this year, and I'm the second owner of this car. I'll put a link up in the corner to the collection videos if you want to check those out. But yeah, I always knew that when I bought the car there would have to be some fairly significant work done on it just to put it back into its proper condition. Keith, who's had the car for basically since new, had done a great job of maintaining it, but there were some, some longer term things that needed doing, and so it's been up to Pete at Moxham Garage to have that work done. So in this episode we're going to go through the collection of the car, and I will take you through all the work that has been done to Madge the Midget. Okay, so a little bit of a quiz for you. Pause the video now. Let me know in the comments what your guess is for how much this is all going to cost, and then continue playing the video and see how close you were. So here she is, looking fantastic. You can see the new sports exhaust on the back there. I'm looking forward to hearing what this is going to sound like. I think it'll sound a lot better than it did. Now, for those of you playing along at home with the Guess the Bill, I'm going to give you the figure now. It was $4,853. Now that sounds a lot, and it is a lot, but the amount of work that was done is absolutely amazing. And hopefully that will put this car into a condition where basically I won't have to do anything more for a long time. So when we get home, we'll go through the bill and I'll explain everything that's been done. But for now, let's get in the Midget and go home. So here we are back in the Midget after, well, it must be over 3 weeks. Can't remember exactly when it was. And it feels so much better. Oh, that has got a real fruity rasp to it. So with the top down, you really get that lovely fruity exhaust note from this new sports exhaust. It's very cool. So we're just going to go and park up, and then I'm going to take you through everything that was done on Madge over the past few weeks, and you'll see just how much excellent work Pete and his team at Moxham Garage have done over the past few weeks, getting Madge really back into fine fettle again. So this is the list of work that was done by Pete at Moxham Garage. He's really done a fantastic job of putting this car into really tip-top condition. Just thought it'd be interesting to go through what he's done. There are a bunch of things here, so I'm not going to necessarily go through everything in detail, but I'll give you some of the highlights of what Pete has done to this car over the past 3 weeks. So the first area that was done was the rocker cover gaskets and the tappets adjusted. There was an oil leak from the rocker cover gasket, so that's all been cleaned off, gasket replaced, tappets adjusted, and that should solve that oil leak. So he also did some work on the timing chain, gasket and thermostat, had to completely drain the coolant, replace the thermostat gasket. He also took off the timing cover, but discovered that the timing chain was worn, so at the same time, while he was in there, obviously we replaced the timing chain as well. A whole bunch of work associated with doing that, then refilling the cooling system and obviously replacing the timing cover gasket. The front suspension was really a bit of a mess. Basically everything in the front suspension has been replaced or refurbished. Lower control arms were completely shot. The front shock absorbers had to be replaced with reconditioned units. A whole bunch of work here. Is a whole paragraph of stuff that was done on the front suspension. It looks brand new under there. He also noticed that the front brake rotors were a bit warped, so we had to replace those. Also, there was a brake hose on this side which was in the wrong place. It had been routed the wrong place, so it needed to be rerouted the correct place. A bunch of work on the front suspension and brakes. Yeah, massive amount of work. Then onto the carburetors. Basically, he didn't do a complete rebuild, but he did replace, you know, all the usual things like the needles. And cleaned all the pistons, float bowls, etc. A new fuel filter. It had to have a new choke cable because it wasn't holding when you pulled it out and turned it. New distributor housing. Check the new points. Check the point gap. Whole bunch of work on the carburetor that basically needed to be done to put it back into decent working order. So on the rear suspension, basically a whole bunch of stuff also needed to be done. The bushings all need to be replaced, so he took off the leaf springs. Everything was sandblasted and painted and then reinstalled. You know, massive amount of work on the rear as well. Again, this is stuff that probably should have been done but hasn't, and so, you know, now it's all been done, it will be good for, you know, many years into the future. So I think this is money well spent. He's put on this fantastic exhaust, which you'll have heard. It makes a fantastic sound, kind of rorty, typical British sports car sound. So yeah, he's really improved the driving experience of this car. A whole bunch of parts as well obviously had to be replaced. So yeah, it was an expensive bill, but the amount of work, I'm sure he's discounted some of the hours. He told me that he actually went on a lot more on the clock than what he's charged me for. But you know, now it's really put this car into fantastic condition. Hopefully, you know, with just routine maintenance for the foreseeable future, this will be a reliable car for the garage. One little thing still needs to be done. I think the tune isn't quite right and the idle just needs to be adjusted. It's idling a little bit slow. So we're going to take it back up to Pete. He'll just do it while we wait, and then it should be absolutely 100%. So thanks very much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this video on the MG Midget. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to smash that like. It'd be great to have you as a subscriber and hit that notification bell. You can follow me on Instagram down here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.